Previously on Avengers Twilight, in the future, the world is still haunted by the H-Day event, a battle with the artificial intelligence Ultron that resulted the deaths of many heroes. As a result, the original Avengers have been replaced by new heroes working for the government. Among this new breed of heroes is James Stark, son of Iron Man and Wasp, but James is being manipulated by his mentor Kyle Jarvis, who is actually the Red Skull, and he is secretly working with Ultron's captive consciousness to seize control of the world. So to free the Earth from Skull, an elderly Steve Rogers is recruited by old Luke Cage, who forms an underground resistance called the Defenders. So Steve agrees to retake the super soldier serum and becomes Captain America once again. So he begins his journey to gather a new team of heroes, including Miss Marvel, a new Hawkeye, and the God of Thunder, Thor. Steve also finds out Tony Stark is still alive and he escaped on the raft. So Cap and his team infiltrate in there to rescue Tony, but there he finds only Tony's head escaped alive and the rest of his body parts have been destroyed, and there he is confronted by Tony's son, James. Cap manages to defeat him and rescue Tony from the raft, and Tony's severed head is placed into a new armor. So with this team, Cap breaks into the headquarters of the new Avengers, but there they find out these heroes were just a mere projections engineered by the Red Skull, and with his new mechanical body, Skull reveals he has already begun his full takeover of America, and he launches an all-out attack on the government with Tony's son, James, by his side. Welcome to Comics Tube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review Chapter 5 of Avengers Twilight. You can get the previous parts on this playlist. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The issue opens up with James and Red Skull, and as he is checking the suit, James gets surprised as there are no virus or body traps in this armor. So Red Skull informs him this suit is a gift from Ultron. He then tells James to prepare himself, and as he leaves, Red Skull then talks with Ultron. He knows what Ultron is thinking, and he lets Ultron know that he will not allow him to reign when he dies. So Ultron tells him Skull's human ego is on a scale that defies measurement. All he wants is power for humans to bend their knees before him, but he will never satisfy it. And then Red Skull destroys the remains of Ultron, as now he has Ultron's power in this suit, and there is no need of Ultron's consciousness, and he takes off to rule the world. On the other side, the Avengers are making a plan to stop Skull. They hear that Skull has taken control of the military and the law enforcement, feeding them with lies and propaganda, turning them against their own country and its president. They have already infiltrated the White House and the Capitol, and the soldiers believe that what they are doing is right, but they are all being manipulated by Red Skull, and that makes them the most dangerous people in the country. They make the president hostage. He keeps telling himself the Avengers will come, everything will be alright. But then, Red Skull enters inside that room and lets him know that his Avengers aren't real. He created them, fantasies, to keep the people feeling safe at night. And then, Red Skull gets an alert that the Avengers are coming to rescue President, and Tony Stark is on his way in this place. So Skull wastes no time and burns the President alive. Tony breaks into that room, but he was too late. The President is dead, and it drives Tony mad. He charges at Skull, grabs him, and bursts out of the White House, and they crash land into a nearby building. But Red Skull comes here, being fully prepared, and by his order, James wears his new armor, and with an army of Iron Men, they all head towards the battleground. The anti-government soldiers enter into the White House, and before they can cause more trouble, the God of Thunder, Thor, shows up. Not only him, Miss Marvel and Captain America are also there to save the president. The soldiers believe they are fighting to save their country, but that only exists in their minds, which are wrapped across decades by a Nazi. That is why Captain exists. That is why he can't just die yet. Meanwhile, Iron Man is struggling to take down Red Skull. He throws his mini rockets to destroy his armor, but he fails, and he hits Tony with a massive repulsor blast, and the Red Skull orders his men to release the missiles and destroy this city and its people so they can grow a new democracy. So the missiles activated, so Tony wastes no time and rushes after those missiles before they hit the ground. On his way, he informs Cap and his team the president is dead and Skull has released the missiles, and then Skull orders his army to capture the vice president and the other world leaders. So So the team arrives to various locations, and there they find those places are empty as Cap and his team have already moved them to a secure place. The war has become intense, but Cap isn't alone. He has his defenders, and he is not ready to die just yet, and neither is this country. On the sky, Tony is trying his best to destroy the missiles. He tries to contact Thor, but he can't, as Tony's son, James, is there, and he jammed all of Tony's signal. He begs his son to stop this madness, but James is determined to end this war, and he has brought an army of Iron Men to take down his father. They all begin to shoot at Tony, and he keeps trying to convince his son that Skull is going to kill billions of lives. He is telling a lie. He might think what he is doing is right, but people's lives are all that matters. He, James's mother, and his friends, they only tried to save people, to protect them from the reign of Red Skull. Tony also says sorry that he wasn't there for him. He made James orphan, but now he is here and he can't let him to take people's lives. And while fighting, Tony takes control of all the Iron Man suits and points them towards those missiles and destroy them in the mid-air. While the heroes are trying their best to destroy Red Skull, on the sky, James is getting pissed at his father, as he could have done the minimal casualties. But now, Red Skull is about to throw everything at the Manhattan and drop a nuclear payload, and he begins to brutalize Tony. He begs James to let him stop that, but he can't hear any words. Driven by rage, he throws a barrage of punches at Tony's helmet, and with his remaining strength, he informs his friends about the nuke. So Thor quickly reacts and rushes towards the sky to stop the nuclear attack. But Skull tells Cap the H-Day event was never happened because of the heroes. It happened because of Hulk, who was controlled by Ultron, and the nuclear weapon is actually the Green Goliath that America had as the ultimate weapon, and he is going to use Hulk to destroy the world again. And with Hulk's arrival, the Chapter 5 of Avengers Twilight comes to a close. So which part you like the most? Please share them on the comment section down below, and please like this video and do subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.